Mona and the good folks at Kayali finally Mona and the good folks at Kayali finally listened to our prayers. Finally. And re-released the Wedding Silk Santal. And if you know, you know, it had all the girlies and the girls in a frenzy. But is it all hype? I don't know. I got my bottle. Come back. We'll talk about it. But you got to come back. Come back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, Smell Good with Jenna. I'm, of course, Jenna. Thank you so much for stopping by. You know what you got to do. Like, comment, follow, and subscribe. And let's get right into it. So, as I mentioned in the intro, finally, we got the re-release of the Wedding Silk Santal. And if you know, you know. If you don't, you've been under a rock. But it released last year. It was a limited edition for the wedding package, I guess, for Mona and her husband. And the counterpart is the Velvet Santal. And again, as I mentioned, it was limited edition. And we haven't seen it since then. It was there. It sold out. The girls went crazy. And ever since then, we have not seen it up until recently, October 1st to be exact. So I figured, let me do a video and review it, because I haven't really gotten a chance to review it because I only got a little sample size. So this is my bottle. I was one of the lucky ones, the blessed ones, to be able to get one with ease, but we'll discuss that. And yeah, just it's what's hyped up right now, so we're going to talk about it. So as I mentioned, this is a re-release, and it came out October 1st. And I'll admit, I was one of the girlies at midnight that stood up to see if I can grab my bottle right there and then and go back to sleep. But you guys had Sephora broke it. From, I want to say, from midnight to when I got up randomly at 3 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock, whatever. And then again when I had to get up, because I like to work out around 6 o'clock in the morning before I had to head to work, it was still down. Y'all still had Sephora down. And I don't think it finally came up until 9 something in the morning. Meanwhile, at Huda Beauty, it was perfectly fine. I'm like, you know what? I guess everyone thought it was a midnight release, right? So it didn't release at midnight, but probably around 3. I don't know. I got a text from my friend, said it's live. Don't know why she was up, but needless to say, I was up, went on Huda Beauty, checked out with no problem, Apple Pay, boom, went right back to sleep. So I couldn't understand why Sephora was so backed up when you had Huda Beauty right there. So needless to say, hype did overtake this release. There's nothing else to it. That hype overtook this release, because you literally had another website that could have provided what you wanted, but all the girlies wanted to go to Sephora for whatever reason. But needless to say, that only helped the case, because, right, if you see something, if a website's down, then it means that, yo, I really got to get my hands on it, which ultimately what happened? It sold out on Huda Beauty and it sold out on Sephora. So I gotta admit, this was a really good marketing scheme, ploy, whether it was intentional or not. But so enough with the fluff. You want to know if this is worth you waiting online for that virtual line, if they decide to restock this or not. And the answer, I gotta be honest with you, no. And that doesn't mean that this isn't a beautiful scent, because it truly is a beautiful scent. But this is Kayali coated, right? This is essentially a vanilla 28 scent profile. But you know, we'll talk about the notes. It might be a little bit more brighter with added notes and whatnot, but you have this. If you have vanilla 28, you have this already. This is not something where you need 10,000 backup bottles. If you get yourself a bottle, good, perfect. It'll last you, especially if you have a big collection. But this is not something you need to go crazy for and feel like you have to have FOMO. Again, disclaimer, this is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, and it pairs well with Velvet Santal. We'll discuss that a little bit more in regards to layering options. But you have this already. If you have vanilla 28, you have this already. And I'm pretty sure if you find something else to layer with it to make it a little bit brighter, boom, that's Silk Santal. The girlies had us going, and I'll admit, I like I said, I was one of the first ones at midnight trying to get myself a bottle, and fortunately enough, I didn't have to go through any craziness. But yeah, I had to get me a bottle. I had to be part of the the in crowd because I want my collection to be revered with Silk Santal. So yeah, at the end of the day, I had to do my big one and get it too. But if you're a girly that missed out on it, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I know FOMO gets the best of us. That's the thing with hype, right? No matter the niche, whether it's fragrances, sneakers, a popular restaurant that no one can get into the local neighborhood, hype is gonna do that. And that's what essentially happened with Kayali Silk Santal. So let's get right into the notes. I didn't discuss the bottle too much, but it's the typical Kayali diamond bottle. It's gorgeous, it's frosted, and of course they always have the notes in the back for the fragrance, which is awesome because you don't have to look it up. But we have sparkling champagne, white freesia, pink praline, lush nectarine, sandalwood, sugared musk. Yeah, that's it, sugar musk. But yeah, this is a beautiful fragrance. As I said, don't take me saying that it's overhyped, that it's not a good fragrance. It's a really good fragrance. And if you haven't smelled Vanilla 28 before, you might think this is the greatest thing in the world because it's really, really good. But this is what I will say, how it differs from other Kayali releases. This is more of a fruity floral type of scent, which makes sense because I feel like that's a good pairing for a wedding. It's not a sweet gourmand like vanilla candy, rock sugar, and it may not be as deep with like the brown sugar and everything with Vanilla 28. But like I mentioned, it's in that scent profile, so you're not really getting anything too drastically different. It's priced at $100, so it's a good buy for a 1.7 ounce. So you're not necessarily breaking the bank, but again, you might feel like this is a little bit redundant if you have this in your collection already. So in regards to layering options, I'll admit I wanted to get on top of the hype. Transparency is key here. Real is real. So I haven't really had much time to play with different layering options, but I think this pairs beautifully with Velvet Santal, as this was what it was made for you as as a couple. You're supposed to have those fragrances that you guys wear, and when people see you and smell you together, they're like, damn, you guys smell good. That's the idea with Silk Santal and Velvet Santal. And when I did have the sample size, I did layer it together, and it does smell really, really good together. So although I find this might be a little bit redundant in the Kayali line, these pair extremely well together. So I would definitely use that layering option for this. And funny enough, I saw on Instagram someone had the same idea that I had, but instead with Velvet Santal, but pairing it with Fresh Vanilla Blossom from Bath and Body Works. It has suede petals. These are the notes: suede petals, soft sandalwood, and vanilla bean. This, and with the body spray, the fragrance mist, it smells beautiful together. It kind of gave me what I was missing with Silk Santal since I didn't have it. So that was kind of my layering thing since I didn't have that. So I don't know if this is still available at Bath and Body Works, but if it is, I would definitely check this out and pair it with that and use it as your base because it pairs absolutely amazing together. But besides the obvious layering, like I said, I haven't really gotten the chance to fully play with it. I know I saw on TikTok, and I don't want to like steal anybody's ideas or anything like that, but it was things that I had in mind. I don't know about pairing it with Vanilla 28 because I said it smells extremely similar. Maybe it might make it a little bit more deeper instead of brighter like this is because of the champagne note and everything like that. So that you just might be amplifying the scent profile. So I'm not sure if that's the perfect layering combo, but Vanilla 28 is the perfect layering vanilla, so that might be the case. I think vanilla candy rock sugar would smell amazing with this. I love this. This I think is one of Kayali's bigger releases because this is amazing. I think that would make this a more of a gourmand pairing this together, like that airiness but yet sweet gourmand vibes would be beautiful. And my current GOAT right now, my GOAT vanilla Mind Games Queenie, I mentioned this in another video that it's airy and light. So that's just a perfect combo for something that might be a little bit on the light, airy side, but not too much. Winning combo. Matter of fact, let's try it right here. Hold on 1 second. Let's see how this works. You got that? And then let's spray Queening real quick. Oh, that smells good. That smells really. I would wear that. I would wear that layering combo. I'm not gonna even lie. I think I've seen this on that this is good for spring and fall, like in regards to seasons. I would wear Silk Santal during the spring, so I can definitely see this being a combo that I go to. Maybe even with Velvet Santal too. I think this would be a great. See, you see how I just come up with things on top of the dome, like right here live. I'm coming up with this. The best. I'm the best. Just kidding. So would I recommend Kayali's The Wedding Silk Santal? Yes and no. If you're a collector, this is a great piece to have. It's limited edition. It's a beautiful, gorgeous bottle. Absolutely. I would definitely recommend if they ever decide to restock it. I don't know. You may not be one of the lucky ones. I don't know. But if it's something where you just want a new fragrance, you're going to find it redundant, especially if you have Vanilla 28 and it's not something that's groundbreaking to have, specifically if you have this scent profile in your collection. So I just want to be honest and transparent. You don't need this. I know hype gets the best of us, but sometimes we can save a little coins if people are a little bit honest with these fragrances. But that's my video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you were able to get it. Do you plan on getting it? If they restock again, let me know. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, and always remember, the best compliment one can get is that you smell so good.